Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling's Virtual College Exploration, which is powered by StriveScan. We are super excited that you all are here. We are very, very excited about this program and what it does and what it offers for our students of Illinois. So after this session concludes today, we do encourage you to continue to sign up for additional sessions at IACAC.org. This recording will become available within a week of this session concluding, also at that same link, IACAC.org. Your camera and microphone are off, so we cannot see you or hear you, but we do definitely encourage you to go ahead and engage with the panelists here today by asking all of your questions in the Q&A feature. So go ahead and type your questions in there as they come throughout the presentation. Just to let you know, those questions will only be able to be seen by the panelists here. So if you don't see it kind of pop up, just know that we are able to see it and that we will answer it in a timely fashion. Once again, we are super excited that you're here, and I'll go ahead and pass it over to our panelists to get us started today.
All right, thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can go ahead and get started. Okay, well, just to begin, my name's Whitney Dunbar. I'm the Kansas City Regional Recruiter for Missouri Southern. And with me, we also have Torrance Baldwin. He's our man over in St. Louis.
Hey everybody, Torrance Baldwin once again. And I represent the St. Louis region. So if you're in any of those areas, that's where you'll be seeing more of me.
And then we also have a special guest, Dr. Donna Johnson, with us as well.
Hello, I'm Dr. Johnson. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'll be talking to you about an exciting program we have in a few minutes. So make sure you stay with us.
All right, so I know some of you guys may be a little bit newer to Missouri Southern, so I wanted to start off with kind of a brief explanation of us and just an overview so you guys can get to know us a little bit better. So we are located in Joplin, Missouri. We're a 4-year public university. So depending on where you're at in Illinois, from Chicago, it's about 9 hours. Obviously, if you're a little bit closer to the Missouri side, and then it's going to be less than that for you. It's not bad at all. We do have an airport in town, and they do fly directly to Chicago. So that does make it convenient, as well as I think St. Louis is on there as well. So we are a medium to small size university. We have about 5,600 students overall on campus. So depending on what type of college you're looking for, we may be just the right fit. It's a very welcoming atmosphere. That's why I decided to choose Missouri Southern when I was your age and looking at colleges. All the professors and the faculty and staff, they all really want to make sure that you succeed and you reach your goals. And that meant a lot for me. We have 140 different majors to offer students as well. And I'll talk about them in a little bit more detail. So within our 140 different programs, we have 4 different colleges available. So our College of Arts and Sciences, College of Health Sciences, Education, and our Robert W. Plaster College of Business. And those are all divided out between them. All of our programs are professor taught. They're not by grad students or anything like that. We have an average class size of 25 students or below. So you're actually getting that time to get to know your professor and them you. And that's really important when it comes down to looking for those internship opportunities and part-time and full-time jobs. So some of our top 5 most chosen programs are going to be criminal justice. We even have our own police academy as well. Teacher education is always one of our top 5 most chosen. We have a wonderful biology program with recently updated biology and chemistry labs you get to utilize, and our own cadaver lab, which is really unique for a school our size. We have a health science program that offers several different areas of emphasis. So whether you want to get into nursing or radiology, respiratory therapy, dental hygiene, EMT, they've got it all. They actually have simulation labs set up just like a hospital. So you get that hands-on real-world experience. And we have our own dental clinic as well for anyone interested in our dental hygiene program or going pre-dental. And then we have a wonderful school of business as well. So whether you're interested in accounting or international business or marketing management, they have several different options available for you, and work with a lot of different companies locally and beyond that, even some international companies as well, if that's something you're interested in. And as you can see over here on this side, I included a few unique offerings that we have at Missouri Southern. So again, we have 140 total. In order to see them all and actually see if we have what you're looking for, I suggest reaching out to us, and we'll have our contact information at the end of this. And I would love to talk in more detail about all of these programs and your interests. So Missouri Southern has a lot to offer you outside of the classroom as well. So we host events on campus throughout the year. That's free entertainment. And for a college student, that's a big deal. That goes a long ways. So they range from picnics on campus, which is free food and free t-shirts. You should never turn down either of those. We've had bands on campus. We've had magicians. So it varies quite a bit. We actually have a student club, one of our 70+ student organizations. It's called CAB, and they actually help to organize all those events every year. We have about 50 each semester. I would highly encourage you guys to get involved in whatever college you decide to go to. It's a great way to meet other students, to network, and then just have fun while you're in college as well. So we offer a little over 70. Some are departmental, some are political, religious, one's just for fun. And those are always open to students, as well as creating your own. We also have a student success center. So this is something that isn't unique to us, but I don't think enough students know about it. So this is something that offers free tutoring. So if you are in a class and you're stuck, or on the flip side, if you're doing really well and you want to be able to help others and earn a little cash, it's actually one of our on-campus job opportunities as well. And it's all through our Student Success Center. And they also do free tutoring too. And Career Services is a wonderful resource to take advantage of. So if you wanted assistance on your resume or building a cover letter or even doing a mock interview, as you can see in the photo in the upper corner here, they're there and willing to help you out, and they can even assist you in researching internship opportunities or part-time jobs. So we are a Division II NCAA MIAA team. We've got 15 different athletic programs. We have several different updates that we've added over the just recent couple of years here. So we have a new north end zone facility that has a balcony. You can oversee the football field. It has customized athletic weight room in there, a newer baseball stadium built just right off campus. So if you're interested in athletics, I encourage you guys to go to the MSSUlions.com. And there's a recruitment tab on there that you can fill out your contact information and your stats. It's the best place to start off. That way coaches can see your contact information and also see if you'd be a good fit. I would also recommend you guys sending emails, or if you're able to come to campus for a visit, seeing if they're available as well so you can meet with them also. If anyone's interested in continuing their band or choir or cheer from high school, we have those available as well. You can also get scholarships for being a part of these programs. They all have different audition dates. So either check on the website to make sure you're following along with those, or like I said earlier, reach out to Torrance or myself. We're currently both splitting up Illinois, so we're here and available to take care of you guys. But we want to make sure you guys aren't missing those audition dates if that's something you're interested in doing. And now I will let Dr. Donna Johnson talk about her program.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Dr. Johnson. I'm the director of the Yours to Lose Advanced Medical School Acceptance Program. What this is an early acceptance program. We refer to this as a 3+4 program meaning that your undergraduate span would be 3 years. And during that time, at the end of that time, you would receive a Bachelor's of Science in Biology. And then you would have the 4 years at medical school. As far as application, you would apply your senior year of high school. These applications are due December 1st. And then students are invited to interviews and end of January through February. So it would be pretty cool to go to your senior prom and say that you are a medical student, right? Because that's what that means, that early acceptance program, that if you're accepted into the Years to Lose program, it would be an automatic transition into medical school, the beginning of your 4th year of college. So this program is really unique. The curriculum for it, it's very prescriptive. The curriculum was designed with both the faculty from KCU, which is the medical school that we have partnered with and is located in Joplin, and then our administrators at Missouri Southern. The students go through as a cohort, so they become very fond of one another. They're great friends. They're very supportive. We have tried to develop, and we have succeeded. I can truthfully say we have succeeded in developing a program where students are there to support one another, and they are truly learning for the joy of learning. Because if you think about it, there's not any reason for these students to compete with one another because they already have a seat in medical school. So they can go, they can help each other, they can encourage one another. And this is what is happening year after year. So the stress level of these students is much different than many of the other early acceptance medical school programs that I have learned about and been involved with conversations. So these students, the classwork, we have themed general education courses. For example, their speech class, although it does meet the requirements for the core curriculum requirements for the state of Missouri, but in this speech course, they learn how to talk to patients. They learn about bedside manner. They learn how to deliver news that isn't good, you know, a poor diagnosis or poor prognosis. They learn how to gauge the conversation so that they're not talking above their patients. It is such a wonderful program. And that's just one example of the themed courses. Many of our general education courses are themed, and again, they go through as a cohort. And even the required courses, the biology courses, are often themed. For example, in the general chemistry courses, their research and their projects are based on pharmaceuticals versus something else in the industry, a plastic or something like that. So these students also are involved in extracurricular activities and as a group, and they are in a group because they want to be in a group. They want to be within their cohort. They love their cohort, and they have service projects they do in town. For example, one class is very active with the Ronald McDonald House. Another class is pretty active with the Watered Gardens, which is a food pantry, and they help organize food, and they go there as a group. And then these cohorts, they also have activities. They have fam dinners where the whole class goes, and sometimes I'm invited, sometimes I'm not. But we have created an atmosphere of collegiality and helpfulness, and they're truly learning to be part of a community and how to, you know, help one another and serve their community, which will bode well for them in medical school. Now, we have our first class in medical school this year, and I'm happy to report that they're very successful thus far. I have received numerous texts saying the Years to Lose program prepared them. They were the most prepared, or maybe in the top 20% prepared for their, you know, their cell and molecular and biology courses, and now they're in musculoskeletal anatomy, and I just heard reports they had their first exam. So this is a wonderful program. Now, there are several things that make us different, and that do allow this unique opportunity. And Whitney mentioned the first one, and the first is small classes. We do have very small classes here. I know my students' names. I'm a professor of biology, environmental health, and I teach microbiology. And I know my student's name by the second week because I don't have that many students, so it's easy to learn. And then also our labs are taught by the professor. So I teach my labs. I don't have a grad assistant teach them. So those students know what I'm teaching them is what I feel is pertinent to the topic and also pertinent to the test and the exam, because really that's what it boils down to sometimes. We also have a very rigorous advising criteria that we follow. All the students, not just the biology, not just the years to lose, but all students on campus have to meet with their advisor before they enroll in classes, because we want to make sure those students are taking the right classes at the right times. And then this allows them to be successful on any exams that they may need to take for the school or the college that they're applying for. And the third thing is we have a pretty rigorous internship program in the biology department as well. And so the years to lose students are a component of the biology department. So what does a successful applicant look like? So you're a high school senior. You will have a 28 ACT with a 22 math subscore, which pretty much you have to have that or your ACT wouldn't be 28. Of course, the conversion is 1310 for an SAT with a 540 math subscore. We do not super score. A cumulative 3.7 GPA with a 3.5 in math and science. We want to see evidence of extracurricular activities, things such as community service, and that can be associated with your school clubs that you might be associated with, maybe some social clubs, whether it's 4-H or something else not associated with school. It could be, a religious organization, some outreach that you do there, or just simple volunteering at, a medical clinic or, anywhere within your community. We would like to see that. And someone that's pretty active in their school, they're involved in, I don't know, it can be sports, it can be academic clubs, just someone that's really a people person that's getting in there and enjoying and just performing in high school. We do need to see 3 years in math and 3 years in science. Calculus is preferred, not required. Physics, we like to see the physics in there as well. So this program, again, I just want to reiterate, it's a very unique program, a 3+4. High school seniors apply, deadline is December 1st, and that is a hard deadline at December 1st. You need to get your high school transcripts and your ACT or SAT scores sent on in. You can find the application on our website. You would apply to Missouri Southern, and then you would apply to the years to lose. And we have 25 seats allotted for this program with 15 alternates. So, that's a lot better than applying to KCU when they have 6,000 applicants and 240 seats. So we will be opening up for questions at the end. And at this point, I will hand it back over to Whitney.
I'm going to give Whitney a break for a moment and just take over from here. Okay, so going into the next section, we have our study abroad and international mission. There's great opportunities available outside of the classroom at Missouri Southern State, and this is something that I definitely like to talk about with students. We have 16 partner schools in other countries. If you were to attend school in any one of these countries, in any one of the partner schools in other countries, you'll be able to pay in-state tuition. So it's a great opportunity. There are the short-term trips that are over the summer, and then those are 2 weeks. The semester-long trips are semester-long, and we have grants to help finance those as well. Of course, there's a GPA requirement. You just have to meet that minimum, and then you'll be able to get those following grants. We also are the only school in Missouri to participate in the National Student Exchange Program. And this is really neat. It allows students to go to school in another state. Actually, all 50 states are available with this program. You can go to any state you like and go there for a semester, a year, or whatever you choose, and then come back and get those credits that you earned at the other school. So it's really neat. You have to at least finish your first year at school in Missouri Southern with 24 credit hours at the minimum. And there's a $150 application fee for this, but it's a very cool opportunity. A lot of students take advantage of our study abroad program. There's about 3,700 students that like to participate. And I would say that's probably during a normal semester when there isn't a pandemic going on, but it's very popular. And with our international mission being something that we emphasize with every student, we really would like for students to participate. If you aren't available to participate in the study abroad program, we have fall themed semesters. And this fall is the Caribbean region. So we're basically hosting a number of events on campus that revolve around that part of the world. And it's going to be speakers, it's going to be concerts, it's going to be like food festivals, all types of things just to bring people closer together and learn about a place other than their own country. So it's really cool. You can get away and still stay on campus at the same time. So our Lion Pride territory consists of 10 states, Illinois included. All of these states are allowed to come to Missouri Southern and pay in-state tuition. So if you have friends and family that you like to go to school with, pass this information along to them. Let them know that they'll pay in-state tuition and there aren't any hidden fees with our school. So it's a great opportunity to get more and more students. Of course, you wouldn't have to pay any out-of-state fees with that. So. Our scholarships are amazing. We have a lot, to say the least. But to go into details, we have our academic scholarships that are rewarded based on your GPA, ACT, and your class rank. So that is going to be in the chart to the right. At the top, you'll see the presidential and excellence scholarships, as well as the amounts that you'll be getting. So these are going to be rewarded based on whatever your GPA and ACT and class rank is, like I mentioned. And then the colors at the bottom where you see the yellow and then the green, that will help you correlate the ACT score to the GPA that you should achieve in order to get that following scholarship. So for example, if a student got maybe a 26 ACT score with a 2.8 GPA, they'll qualify for the excellence scholarship. You just got to follow the lines. And then if you go down a little further, that's when you'll meet the qualifications for the presidential scholarship. These are rewarded every year, up to 4 years, as long as you finish within that 4-year period. And you'll have to keep that GPA requirement throughout your time at the school. So our foundation scholarships in the left-hand chart is consisting of over 300 scholarships. It used to be less than that, it was actually 200, but now we're over 300 now. And they range from $400 to $5,000. So if you would like to apply, there's one application for all of them. So all you need to do is go to the mssu.edu/foundations-scholarships website. There's one application that opens up on October 1st, and the deadline is December 15th. If you fill it out, you'll be in the drawing, and then there is a GPA requirement that you'll have to make sure you meet, of course. But these scholarships are also going to be renewable for each year. And then the performance-based scholarships are going to be your departmental, depending on what major you're in, as well as the type of clubs you were to do. If you were to be in like theater and music, there are music and theater scholarships for that as well. There's an audition process required, And for many of the departmental scholarships, there is a GPA requirement for that as well. So they're going to be located on our website for that. If you wanted to go into any particular departments that have any scholarships, it's all going to be on the website. And then our athletic scholarships are going to be for our athletic teams, of course. So there's 15 teams overall, so there's scholarships available. And you'll have to meet the GPA requirement for that as well. But it's going to help, take care of a lot of your tuition costs. And like I mentioned, 15 teams, so you'll be able to utilize the scholarships, whatever sport you're playing, there's a scholarship for that. You just have to make sure you meet that requirement. The honor scholarships are worth a lot more money, and they're going to replace the presidential and excellence scholarships. So there is an essay requirement that is going to go for the honors scholarships, but there's an essay requirement to be in the honors program altogether. So as long as you are meeting the requirements for the honors program and you're writing that essay, then you'll be able to see if you can qualify for the honors scholarships as well, which will replace the excellence and presidential scholarship. So if you're looking at the total cost of college, tuition, room and board, there's a number that you can kind of keep in mind. So tuition, let's say if you were a student who did maybe 15 credit hours per semester, which is the average at our school, so 30 credit hours overall, that will come out to about $7,461. So it's $248.70 for per credit hour. So multiply that by 15, well, by 30, you'll get that 7,461. So that's very affordable, and we don't have any hidden fees. Room and board, the number that is here at the bottom, 6,476, is the traditional dorm, which is one of the least costly dorms that we have with the most expensive meal plan. So 6,400, it's a good number to work with, but it may not always be that number. So altogether, it's about $13,937. And for 4 years, that comes out to about $55,000. So that's desirable for a lot of people. And it wouldn't even be that much considering you'll apply for financial aid and you will get scholarship money. So that number is going to come down tremendously. So I would just make sure that you get your financial aid deadline, priority deadline, make sure you get that in time because it is a requirement for all of our scholarships. But one thing that I just wanted to make sure that you got from this slide is that it's a very affordable option here at Missouri Southern. So you'll get a lot for a little. Our residence halls are very comfortable. We have 4 different styles that you can choose from. We also have a new dorm coming for fall 2021. So I'll go into that, but what we have currently are traditional style dorms where there's just 2 roommates and then a community bathroom on the entire floor, which is the least expensive of all the options. And then there's the apartments where there's up to 4 people living in a room, but there's 2 bedrooms and then 1 bathroom. The suites consist of 4 people, up to 4 people, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And then the quads have up to 4 people with 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. So each one of them has their own pricing. The quads are going to be the most expensive, but all of them are very comfortable. And the quads and the suites, actually, they come with washer and dryer. So you don't even have to leave your own room to go wash your clothes. So it's really neat. And our dorms they have all kinds of amenities included. But the new dorm coming for fall 2021 is called the Lion Village, and it will be doubles and suites. They are going to have more room, more amenities, and pod-style bathrooms. So it's really cool. You can expect to hear more information about that later. But the things that all of our dorms have are Wi-Fi and cable. So you don't even have to go to the library if you don't want to. We have study rooms in there as well, so you can make sure you take care of all of your homework while you're still in your dorm. And game rooms are included in there as well. We have free parking for all students. And from the furthest dorm to class is maybe 10 minutes. So it's walkable distance, but there are trolleys available for students, which is free, and you can get to class as long as you get there to the trolley on time.
Okay, thank you, Torrance. So now that we've gone over a little bit more about what Missouri Southern has to offer, I wanted to let all my seniors know at least how to apply. Our application is open right now for this coming spring semester, spring of 2021, as well as fall 2021. So you've got some options there. If you are interested, just go to apply at mssu.edu/apply. You'll start a student portal that way, and then you'll need to request your official high school transcripts and have them sent over to Missouri Southern Admissions. And then you'll also need to request your ACT or SAT scores to be sent to us. At this time, we are still requiring test scores to be sent, but you can send those. They don't have to come directly from the testing site, and that'll probably save you a little bit of money and definitely time. So once you get your scores back in, feel free to take a screenshot of those. Just make sure your name, the test date, and then all of your scores are included, and then send that over either to Torrance or I, or to admissions@mssu.edu, and we'll get that taken care of for you. And we actually only have 3 different ways that it takes to get admitted to us. So you just have to meet one of these. So either have that 21 ACT score or 1060 SAT score, or a 2.25 GPA, or be in the top half of your class. And going back on the test scores, we do super score. In case you're not familiar with that, that means if you are able to take that test a couple of times, and I know right now it's been tricky getting in the testing sites because they're filling up fast, but keep an eye on that. I know they're pretty spread out, but if you are able to take that a couple of times, that's really going to help improve your chances of, number one, getting admitted, but then also getting some of those higher scholarships that we offer. So we'll take the highest subscores from all of those and give you a new average or a new composite score for you. And then on your GPA, we'll take the highest, so whether it's weighted or unweighted. I know several of you are taking dual credit classes, AP classes, or IB. We accept all of those. We actually have a transfer credit process. So if you'll request those transcripts to be sent to us, we'll see how they'll come in to Missouri Southern. All right, and another important factor right now is taking campus tours. So I know it may look a little bit different thanks to COVID-19, but we do have a few different options available for you. So being able to tour any school that you're interested in is going to really help you narrow down your options and decide where you want to go to. So we do currently have in-person tours at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday or 1 p.m. Monday through Thursday right now, as well as virtual campus tours that are spread out throughout the week at various times. If you're interested, please go to the website down below there, the mssu.edu/campus-tours, and find a day and time that works best for you and your parents, siblings, friends, whoever you want to bring with you. It's a great opportunity to see a little bit more of an in-depth look at Missouri Southern. You'll get to take a tour around all of our dorms, and then also speak to a professor within your area of interest. And they can tell you a lot more about their programs as well. We also have a few larger group events happening. So we have 4 different options going on this fall, and then 2 different options during the spring. So currently we've got Join the Pride going on. This is more of an extensive tour option. So not only do you get to take a tour of campus and the dorms, but you also get to listen to a student panel, hear from financial aid, and then also do more of a major minor fair, so to speak. So you get to hear from a lot of different people, and that's really going to help if you're currently undecided about what you want to major in. And that website, you can either go to the admissions -events, or you can also link up just through our regular campus tours and see which one works best. So thank you guys again for hopping on here. I wanted to make sure you guys had Torrance and I's contact information. If you're interested in contacting Dr. Donna Johnson in regards to the Yours to Lose program, please email either of us and we'll be happy to send that information over. Her information is also on the website as well, or if you wanted to just go directly to the yourstolose.mssu.edu webpage, that'll help as well. Torrance and I both have options to set up individual tours. If that's something you're interested in, please go to thecalendly.com and then you'll see my /MSSU Dunbar and his MSSU Baldwin. So we'd be happy to talk with you guys further on that. And let me take a look at our Q&A and see what we've got on here. Okay, so I see a question kind of taking us back to the majors. I know that's typically an interesting point to talk about, and I shortened it to make sure we had time to get to everything. So this student is interested in a little bit more about criminal justice. So the criminal justice program currently offers several different options, whether you want to go into criminal justice administration or the police academy, like I mentioned earlier, or they recently added several different certificates. So if you wanted a certificate in crime scene investigation specifically, or going more on like the law side of things, there are multiple options. And so really hands-on field. So we have our own DNA lab, a mobile crime scene investigation vehicle, a black light room, indoor live firing range, fully equipped police cars. So like I said, it's very hands-on. They want to make sure that you are prepared for the workforce once you get into it. And Torrance, if you want to take this, I have a question about, it looks like the honors program. Do you want to talk about how to get accepted into the honors? I can go back to that page as well.
Yes, so the honors program is definitely going to require a bit more of you with the application process. So you're going to have to make sure you go on the website and mssu.edu, of course, /apply. It takes about 10 minutes to do the app. And then, of course, you'll do the official transcript request and then the ACT screenshot and then a $30 application fee. Beyond that, there's a 250-word essay. And it varies what the topic is, but last time I checked, it was a question on just talking about a world event, a world topic that matters to you. And it's about 250 words, and then you submit it, and then you'll hear back on your decision. And that's how you apply for the honors program.
Awesome, thank you. We've got a couple minutes left here. So I know we didn't cover much in regards to the dual credit earlier, and I wanted to mention we do have a website. If you're curious, if you're, say, a junior or a sophomore right now and you're looking at taking some of those college credits for high school, but you want to make sure they count. No one wants to take chemistry or college algebra twice. So you want to make sure what you're taking is actually going to go towards your degree and to be accepted at the college that you're interested in. So if you go to our mssu.edu is our main page. You can go on there and either use the search bar and type in transfer guide, or you can also do the /registrar/transfer-guide. And that'll take you to a spot to where you can type in whatever school you are looking at taking dual credit at, and then look up the specific class and make sure that that's going to come over as that class. So that's a really useful tool. If you have questions on that or just not seeing it, refer again to Torrance or I or anybody else at Missouri Southern Admissions, and we are more than happy to help you out. I know that can be sometimes a confusing subject, but it's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money in the long run. If you are able to decide which school you want to take some of that dual credit at, Missouri Southern has a wonderful program set up for that, to where it's only $50 per credit hour. So that's $150 for a single class, whereas you'd be paying twice that much, if not more, for any other school. So it's a wonderful opportunity. So again, feel free to reach out to us and we can talk to you further about that. Torrance touched a little bit on FAFSA earlier, and I want to make sure everyone is aware of those dates. So this is a new subject for some of you seniors, I'm sure, if you're the oldest in your family to go to college. So the fall date, the fall priority deadline for this FAFSA is February 1st. It's going to open up October 1st, and it consists of your tax information from 2 years ago, as well as your parents' or legal guardians' tax information as well. This is the government's way of deciding and figuring out how much loans you're available to take out and how much grant money, like Pell Grants, that you're awarded as well. So make sure you get in there and fill that out as soon as possible. We have our financial aid information down below as well, and they're also willing to help you out if you get stuck filling that out, or if your parents or anyone has questions about what to do. Please reach out to them. They're a wonderful resource on this, but to even accept any scholarships, like Torrance mentioned earlier, you do have to have a FAFSA on file with us to do that. All right. And it looks like maybe all the questions for right now. So thank you guys again for hopping on here. I'm gonna take it back over to our contact information, so you guys have that available as well. And we would just love to hear from you. Hopefully you decide that Missouri Southern may be a good fit for you, or just kind of curious about it and wanna look into it further. But thank you guys again. Dr. Johnson, if you wanted to say anything else, feel free to hop on, but otherwise we appreciate your time.
Okay, I would just like to say, I can't get my picture, here we go. I would just like to say, if you have any questions concerning the years to lose, please reach out to me. I didn't cover nearly everything I could have, but we can start a conversation via email or a phone call or text, or whatever you prefer. So don't hesitate to ask any questions. This is really a wonderful opportunity for those students who want to go to medical school, and they're set on medical school. That's the career for you. So thank you for your time.
All right, thank you all so much for joining us again for the Missouri Southern State University presentation through IACAC's Virtual College Exploration. After we close this meeting, there will be a very brief 4-question survey. We would love for you to give us any feedback about the event. We do encourage you, as I mentioned before, to sign up for additional sessions through IACAC.org. And this recording will become available within a week or so at IACAC.org as well. You all take care and remain safe. Bye-bye.